with that, I am pleased to introduce to you the first run of Midwest Speedfest. Gex, Enter the Gecko by yoshipro.
Hello, this is I'm yoshipro. This is my friend Fingerquick. This is Gex Enter the Gecko. This is the sequel to the first Gex game. It's the first 3D platformer in the Gex trilogy. And yeah, I think we're just ready to get started, right? Good for countdown?
Looks like
Okay.
it.
Okay. So in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Woo! First round of Midwest Speedfest. So this is, again, the first 3D platformer in the trilogy. So right off the bat, we are going to be doing a wrong warp, hopefully. Oh, don't. Okay, let's hope it doesn't crash. I might not have been holding up. We're good. So I did a wrong warp there with a trick called TV cancel. You're going to see TV cancels a bunch. Basically, if you slide onto a button, you're able to do tricks to get off the button. And normally you use it for like def abuse to stay in a level when you're not supposed to. Because normally the game boots you out every time you get a remote. But in this case, we use it in the overworld to jump off and warp to a different part of the overworld. And the TV is actually like the animation, it matters where you are. So you're able to do this to go into a bonus level. This is like a post-game bonus level. You're supposed to get 8 golden remotes. And the reason we do that is because it's fast. We need to get 33 red remotes to beat the game. I'm trying to do a trick here where you clip into the stairs. But yeah, you're supposed to get 33 red remotes to beat the game, fight res. And this just happens to be one of the fastest ones. But it's normally locked behind a bunch of post-game content. They should be good. So every level or every room is loaded, and this happens to be at like the top of the level. So we're able to clip out of bounds into this room way early, and we're able to get to the end of the level, and that's the first level. So we're gonna do that wrong warp one more time. Actually, there's a weird quirk with the camera here, which means the wrong warp will actually take me to a different level. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, I didn't get it, but I didn't crash the game. If you miss that, you can crash the game, and that's not good. You know, crashing is usually bad. So we're gonna do this is the first actual level. This is supposed to be like the first level you go into normally. This is the cartoon. There's a bunch of different channels. There's like 5 or 6 different channel themes, and there's like 2 levels per theme. This is like the cartoon. It's Wabbit season. We're gonna go into this hole here. So every level has like 3 different remotes. You're supposed to do objectives. It's kind of like Mario 64. You know, you do a different objective, you collect the remote. Here's gonna be the first fly. This is an extra life. TV cancels in stages. We do to stay like in the stage because normally the game boots you out, like I said. So we need lives. Lives actually are pretty pivotal to the route. So I wouldn't be collecting as many lives as I can. I wouldn't be taking damage here, so I can do the TV cancel. There's a couple different types of flies. The only one you need to really worry about right now is the purple one. The green fly gives you like an extra hit, but usually you don't want to get hit. So you'll only see me grab one at the final boss because I'm kind of bad at the game. Game's hard. So I hit that checkpoint there, and ideally, this is one of the TV cancels where like it actually saves a bunch of time. Normally TV cancels only save like a loading screen, which is not too much, but how much HP do I have? 2. Okay. Yeah, normally it only saves like 2 loading screens, so it's like, it's 20 seconds, it still matters, but it's not too much. But this one saves like a minute because of that checkpoint. Okay.
Would Cheech and or Chong report to the front desk?
I crashed the game. Okay, that is a bit of an issue. I hit the cactus. The cactus you saw. I touched the cactus. I should have died. How far are we into the run?
3 minutes.
3. I can probably still get underestimate. It's fine. Okay, so I hope you like that first level. We're going to do it again. Yeah. So there's crashes in this game. Only really happens in like the first 5 minutes of the run. It's very unfortunate that happened, but you know, what can you do? I'm still like shocked that cactus didn't get me. Like I feel like I landed directly on that cactus. Oh well. The game is booting up again. Okay. Yeah, so this is Gex. Woo! Okay. So again, we're gonna do the wrong warp. Hopefully I don't miss the wrong warp. That'd be bad if we crash back to back. Nah, we're good. So yeah, we're back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or I think it's called Manicure, actually. All the level names are really funny, you know, jokes, riffs. That's like Gex's whole thing, you know, funny culture references and whatnot. Most of them, like, I don't get because I'm young, and this game came out like a year before I was born, so you know. How am I supposed to know anything? I should also mention, the main form of movement is tail whipping. I've been doing it a bunch. It's kind of like the long jump. It locks you in the direction you tail whip into, so I can't, like, change it. So it's pretty, like, high commitment. And the camera in this game has, like, the Mario 64 8-direction camera. You have the option to do, like, more precise camera stuff, but you normally don't want to because a lot of the setups require 8 cameras. Let me get this clip. There we go.
We have our first donation from Wojo42, $50. We're so back.
Woo! Okay. It's tail time. Okay, so now I'm going to do the wrong warp again, like I meant to the first time. And it'll take me to a different level, because, again, it has to do with the camera. I'm not like a Gex scientist. I couldn't tell you exactly why. Don't crash, please. Okay, I didn't get the wrong warp, but I didn't crash. So, okay, I might just avoid that TV cancel. I don't know why it crashed last time though. I think I'll probably just play it safe and not crash the game again. That would probably be best. So I'll lose like a minute, but it's okay. Time save for next run, right? But yeah, so this is the cartoon world. It's Wabbit season. You'll see Gex puts on like cute costume too. I didn't really comment on the cute costume. Look, little bunny Gex. Okay. But yeah, you're gonna see me get a bunch of lives. I don't need to take damage this time because I'm not doing the TV cancel. You'll also see there's a bunch of carrots. You can get a bonus remote if you collect 90 carrot. Well, so how the game works is kind of actually interesting. It's so you get 30 carrots and the collectible changes to something else. And it does that for every stage. It's like all themed based off the channel. It's kind of cool, but those remotes are really slow to get. And I don't believe they actually count towards your red remote progress. I think those are like bonus remotes. Ow. And you'll notice my jump height is different sometimes. It's not like I don't exactly control how high Gex jumps. It depends on your speed. So if you're running, you jump higher. Not running, you don't jump as high. So like there I can make that jump. I'm not doing the TV cancel. I almost just muscle memory the TV cancel. Okay, now I get another chance at the wrong warp. So cool. The inputs for the wrong warps are the exact same too between the two. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Also, the audio is not supposed to be like this, but on PS2, audio glitches out like this. So, you know, I apologize in advance. That's the second wrong warp. This is the other bonus stage. This is supposed to be like the very last stage in the game. It's Rizopolis. Yeah, and this skips one of the longest stages in the game. I think the wrong warp route saves like 2.5 minutes over not wrong warping, so it is pretty significant. Okay.
Your for watching Midwest Speedfest 2025, a charity speedrun marathon live from VGMCon Dimensional Rift near Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're live all 3 days of this convention, showcasing amazing speedruns and raising funds for P-Fund Foundation. To donate, go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com or type !donate in chat and follow the link.
Okay, so that is what a TV console is supposed to look like in a stage. See, I stayed in the stage instead of being booted out. It saves, again, like 20 seconds. Here it saves a bit more because of the wrong warp we do. Yeah. There should be no more chance of a soft lock unless I pause the game during audio glitch on the wrong stage, because for some reason that also can sometimes crash. It's known what stages cause that crash, though. There's like a helpful doc made by Mysticore, who is the GOAT of Gex 2. Shouts to Mysticore and the entire Gex community. Really good reason. Okay. The entire Gex community. There's really good resources to learn this run. Like a really good, it's like a 6 or 7 page Google Doc detailing just everything about this game. Really good resource. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. I'll be real, I've never seen that clip, like in any of my attempts or anything, so, you know. Obligatory, that's never happened before, you know. Woo! Okay.
Looks like we got us a fly in the spider's web.
Just walk up it.
No more chili for you,
Okay.
mister.
And that's all the hard stuff out of the way, so there will be no more mistakes during this run.
Well, that's what I call getting some tail.
Surely. Also, it's worth noting this game doesn't support analog control, so like you can play on analog, but it only gives you 8 directions. Dude, the audio is so funky. I've like watched Mysticore play this game before. I'm not used to like the audio just like screeching like that. Also, the game starts loading right away when you press the button, so there's no rush on that screen. So I'm not wasting time. It's actually optimal to go slow there on the menu, because if you pick one of the earlier missions, it plays a cutscene. Time loss is like a full second. So this is the TV cancel remote. Ideally, you would like have the checkpoint. You would spawn right next to the hunters, but no luck this time. So we're gonna go hunt the hunters. There's 2 Elmer Fuds we gotta get. I'm actually gonna do the far one first because there's a kind of cool strat you can do. And it's like the only time you will see it, because normally it's like frame perfect, but it's a pretty good setup for it here. And also, I need to keep this guy on screen here. If he dies off screen, it doesn't count. So once you see him blow up, you're good. Rabbit season open. Oh, okay, we're good. I missed the cool strat. So normally you can stand on the button, and then you can pause exit, and it saves so much time. It's so cool, but you know.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta watch the cutscene of shame now. I just wanted to listen to Gex more. He's such a cool guy. And now we're on the final mission of the first world. This one you just gotta destroy 5 purple mushrooms. You can read all the objectives here. It doesn't really matter what order you do them in, for the most part. Some of the routing for like TV cancels means it matters in some stages, but there's a lot of stages where you just can't TV cancel. The third Gex game, the one after this one, has a lot of TV cancels that like make or break minutes of time. That's a really unforgiving run. This run's pretty unforgiving, but Gex 3 is like a whole different beast. 7 lives. Let's see if I can get, there's a rainbow boost you can do here. On the rainbow. Got it. I don't know why that works. I don't know if anyone knows why that works. You just get a speed boost if the cutscene starts while you're tail whipping.
Forget about it.
And that's the first world. That's the first like actual level done. Okay. And now I'm gonna do this. Now we're going over to the second regular level, Smell Razor. This is the first horror level. It's one of the honestly slower levels in the game. There's there's some like small stuff you'll see. Let's see. You're gonna notice in some parts too. It'll be really relevant here. Actually, I guess it's not fully here, but if you jump, you get to max speed right away. You don't actually do that here. I don't know why I said it was relevant here. It's not relevant at all. But if you jump, you get to max speed, because normally Gex has like a second of walking to get to running speed. And then once you're at running speed, if you run for like an extra like 2 seconds, you can bonk, and bonking's not very good. Also, I'm not supposed to use the firefly here. This is the first of like the power flies. There's ice flies and fireflies. The firefly puts you on fire. It's kind of cute. If you touch water, you lose it. It gives you a bunch of speed. You can jump higher. There's a bunch of skips that are only possible with the flies. It doesn't lose too much time here, but it would be optimal to eat it after touching the water. This level, we just gotta smack 5 blood coolers. Because, you know, can't be a water cooler. That's too normal. It's gotta be spooky. You're also gonna see here, I'm a little low on the collectible. It's not a huge deal because I didn't do one of the TV cancels. If you get 30 of the collectible, I said it changes. It also gives you a 1-up. And because 1-up routing is kind of important in this game. With the route I'm doing, I'm not actually trying to do any game over abuse, but you can do a game over abuse to save some time. I missed all of them. Okay. That's fall 5. But you're going to see when I land, or actually you can see right now, they changed into like little tombstones. Once you get 30 skulls, it turns into tombstones, and then after you get 30 tombstones, it turns into I don't know what. I never really bothered 100%ing this game. Okay, and the next objective, you're going to see there's some camera manipulation you can do at the end here. So there's a lot of parts in the game where there's just like little cutscenes. And there's one in an elevator where it's supposed to be like you watch the elevator rise. It's really, like, really slow, you know, not fun. It's an elevator. How exciting can an elevator really be? Oh. Okay, we're good. But if you flip the camera around, like, the game is like, whoa, and then you just walk back out the door, and it saves a bunch of time. Also, this level, like, when I first played this game, this level is super cryptic. Like, how am I supposed to find this bookcase, push it over, and hit the switch? Like, I spent, like 20 minutes on this level just trying to figure out what to do. There might be something in the game that tells you, but I doubt it. It's Gex. But yeah, you hit that switch, and then there's going to be a door over in this corner. You can enter it normally, but the elevator's not on. But now that it's on, and this is what I was talking about the camera. So when I turn the camera this way, you're going to see Gex just walk back out the door. And it's like, that's the cutscene. Normally you're stuck on the elevator for like 10 seconds.
Let's get it on.
Finger quick, do you have any questions about the run so far?
No.
No? No, no. Just no?
No.
Oh, so the game's very easy to understand?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Yeah. This is the final level. This is like just another run through the stage. This is like the most boring. This is again maybe the worst like level in the run, just because it's like you do the same thing every time. There's a few stages like this, but most of them are more flashy than this. I guess the only thing of note is actually there's like the little bookcase thing you step on here, and you skip a little bit of platforming. That's cool. That's cool stuff right here, right?
Man, Hef has let this
I missed it. That's cool. Okay. And now normally you're supposed to fight a boss after the stage to go to the next part of the hub. The hub is split up into like 4 different sections. We're actually going to be fighting none of the bosses except for the final one, because, you know, you need to roll the credits. And it was like, the whole game was kind of revolutionized like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago, with a trick called tongue buffer clips. And you'll see why it's called that in a second. So, you see there's like, that's the second boss of the game that we just unlocked. So there was like golden remote stages. You are bosses. They open up gates. But for some reason, if you just pause the game while you're doing a ledge grab, which is where like Gex puts his tongue out like this, you're able to rotate him, and then you just face through the wall like that. So cool game. And this is the second scary level. This one has a bunch of TV cancels. It's a really fast pace. Probably one of my favorite in the run. So that skips like the entire stage. It looks like it's like supposed to be done, but there's actually a huge skip there. And then all the like TVs that end the level are at this final room here. You can actually jump between them using a power-up, which saves like 2 seconds, but it's a really difficult jump, so we're just gonna be doing the alternative routes. We're gonna go back into this room to grab a firefly here. Oh, I'm fine. Good save, good save.
Did I just hear Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah, you did. Also, I don't know why Gex just flew into the hole there. I straight up, I think it's because there's like a small animation where he's walking into like the room, and because I did that tail kick, I think he walked into the pit. Again, there's a lot of like small moments like that in this game. Oh, okay. So we get this power up here so we can... Oh. This is a camera glitch. I'm just going to do this. So the camera just sometimes like doesn't want to follow you. It's usually when you do a room transition. You can fix it by going to automatic like I just did, or by letting the camera catch up. But letting the camera catch up normally is slow. So we get the firefly power up here so we can do a tail kick here. And this brings you to the end. There's normally a huge like wall maze you gotta do. And then you go here, TV cancel. And then we do that route one more time, but without the firefly, because there's just a regular remote in that direction. Let's see if I can get the little bounce skip here. Oh, that's not gonna... Oh, it worked! Okay. Yeah, you can get over that wall. Yeah, it's normally really easy with the firefly and really hard without it, but, you know. I can count maybe on one hand the amount of times I got it without the fly, so that was kind of nice. I was trying to go for a little time save there, but I guess I'll just take the casual way. And then that was the level. That was all the remotes. So yeah, that's why it's one of my favorites. It's really short. It's like under 2 minutes when done optimally. I'm gonna go for the red gate clip once. I might just end up doing the blue gate clip 2 times this run. So there's a very, like, 1 pixel is a very precise position you can get here. Let's see. It's hard to tell on TV, I think. Okay. I forgot the game crashes. It doesn't crash there. Oh my gosh. I could have got it. I had the hard part. No, I have to do the other level later crash. Yeah, again, there's 2 types of crash. Mysticor told me everything. There's no reason I should have freaked out there, but you know, it's fine. I had the hard part. I'm gonna go for this like 2 more times. I might just do the blue gate clip because that has a much easier setup. But yeah, this is a pixel perfect setup. That's not gonna. I'm just gonna do the blue gate clip. Let's see, like this. Gosh, this audio is so goofy. So yeah. Yeah, it's just delayed. Yeah, there's 1 pixel you can stand there, you're able to clip. The visual cue for that one's a lot easier. The one for red gate clip is a lot harder. There's like, everyone has their own little setup. And you can just kind of clip into the jaw there. This is the old way we used to get to red gate, or skip red gate. I'm gonna play this a little safe because I don't remember exactly. Okay. And that brings us to this part of the hub. And I need to do this level first, actually. This is not the route I'm used to, but it would crash on this PS2. So. This is the second cartoon level, the second and final. This one is also really fast-paced. There's a huge skip at the beginning. It doesn't really look that big. Like, again, there's a lot of just jumps that are barely possible that look intended, but aren't. You're supposed to get like a boat to cross this gap, and I missed it. You're supposed to put a boat in like this little water area, and help. You can just tail kick across it. If I can get on the domino. There we go. Yeah, you can just get over here at the spell. This takes you to the rocket, and the rocket takes you to the end of one of the remotes. But also, the end of one of the remotes is like right next to the other remote, so. So yeah, we're actually not going to get the TV here, even though there's one that's like right in front of us. We are going to go this way. And just do a tail kick here. Oh, I missed. Okay, well. Taking the scenic route. And then you can just bounce on the store here to skip some platforming. Yeah, a lot of doors also just have collision and allow for a lot of skips. Oh, camera's being a little goofy. TV cancel. Okay, and then we just do that again, but we hit the our TV that we skipped the first time. So some levels only have 2, some levels have 3. Got the tail kick the first time. Nice.
I am the god of hellfire.
Okay, and coming up next is the first history level, the prehistoric level, which is kind of cool. It's tail time.
Do we have time for me to go over our current donation
Yes, we
incentives?
do. Perfect time.
All right. So, we have 3 incentives open right now. The first 2 are for our time spinner run at 1:45 p.m. The first option you can choose from is the choose familiar option. The second one is patricide or regicide. And then our third donation incentive is for Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It is a glitch exhibition with a goal of $500.
Okay, so I lied. This isn't the prehistoric level, clearly. This is the first space level. The space levels have gimmicks where you have oxygen. And they have a unique type of TV cancel where you can run out of oxygen on the button. So ideally, I will be going for that. I'm not going to be going for that because I took that damage. Whoops, whatever.
We don't serve your kind.
But yeah, this is the first space level. And the oxygen plays a huge role in like it determines if you're like being optimal or not, because you don't ever want to get a refill normally, because you're supposed to be doing a TV cancel, but I'm just going to miss every TV cancel apparently. So it's fine. Also, I did a skip there too. You saw me tail kick like just into the void. You're supposed to ride a rocket in that mission, but you can just kind of avoid the death planes barely by jumping on a very precise part.
We have a $50 donation from Wonder J. Why is that gecko on fire? Someone please put out the fire.
He's fine. He's fine. He likes it. Shout out to Wonder J. If his plane landed 1 hour, it would have been on the couch. So sad.
That's a spot.
You're supposed to not take damage there, because like if you stand in between the 2 parts, you normally don't take damage. But apparently, I wasn't in between enough. Oh well. I don't know if I mentioned also, like Gex will just sometimes climb on. There's some walls that Gex can climb on because you know he's a gecko. There's not really a whole lot of tech there. Let's hit this checkpoint just in case, because you know of how this run's been going. Bounce, bounce. I need to get this oxygen. I don't want to be too greedy. Hello? I feel like that took extra long just to make me lose more time. I'm going to miss that cycle. You can bounce across here, but I've died so many times. When I was doing practice runs, I lost like 10 minutes on this one stage. It is very unfortunate. Okay. This robot is just bouncing. So shout outs to that robot. He clipped me through the floor when doing like D-Rust runs, which I've never seen before again. This game just keeps surprising me past like week. And now it was the first actual prehistoric level. There we go. See, I'm not a complete liar. You're gonna see the Firefly again here. Hopefully, do I want to go for the TV? I mean, the TV cancel's free. I'll go for it. Fine.
We have a $4 donation from Crash. Say Gex.
Say Gex. Shouts to Crash, another Gex runner. The goat of Gex 3. Let's see. Okay. Okay, we're good. Pepto-Bismol. So that was like pretty self-explanatory remote. This next one, you're supposed to climb up this huge mountain, but you can do a bunch of skips with like the extra jump height you have from the Firefly. So that is the plan. Eat the fly? Not hungry, I guess. Okay. So yeah, you can bounce up there early. And then there's one more big skip you can do here. It's like one of the laggiest parts of the game. You can tail whip up here. Okay, cool. The slopes are a bit janky. You're able to get like an extra jump on like the ledge where the slope turns into just complete wall. But it's a bit janky. We just go over here. And now this sound glitch should be fine. So. Oh, I didn't clip through. Every time I pause like this, I'm like so worried.
Oh yeah, it's tail time.
Okay, and this is the first computer level. There's a bunch of really cool stuff in this level actually. There's an out of bounds right away at the start here. So you're going to go into this bridge over here. And then there's this climbable wall, but for some reason that platform we made is also climbable, so it just pushes us out of bounds. We're able to fly towards the end of the first remote. Let's see if I can do this in one cycle. No, I can't. Okay. Short-lived. Run it back. Nope. Maybe, actually? Maybe? We did it! Oh my. First try, first try.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
Okay, and this second remote, we're going to be doing a little bit of like jumping on the geometry. That is like just there for detail. To skip the first room. So Nick, now that you've been watching for like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long, what's your favorite Gex line?
Favorite Gex line?
Favorite Gex line.
I think I heard earlier, didn't he say like I'm the god of hellfire for one of the lines?
Yeah, that's when he's on fire. He does say that.
Yeah, that was a pretty good line.
That's a pretty good. You know, I feel like that's a B tier line, but you know. What's my favorite line? That's actually a tough question. There's so many good ones.
Has he said the Garcia line yet at all?
No, he's not going. I actually might have. I wasn't paying attention. I'll be real. I haven't really been paying attention to the lines. I'm so locked into the run. I'm just kind of tuning out what Gex has been saying.
I feel like if we did hear him say that, I probably would have pointed it out.
Yeah, you probably would have.
But I do love that line.
That is a classic line. I don't think he said it, and he's not going to say it if he didn't say it. Only plays again. Every like world or set of levels has like their own unique lines. There's some like generic ones. Like every time he falls into a pit, he'll sometimes say Pepto-Bismol and stuff like that. But like all the computer levels have like their own unique ones. That was a bit sketchy, but we're fine. Here we're gonna use the enemy at the very top here to skip all the platforming that we normally need to do. And that's the computer level. And I need to do a detour here as well, because if I don't, the game would crash. So, and I think this is the last time that I need to make a detour or change the route to avoid crashing. So, W.
Forget about it.
It's our first Kung Fu level. There's a like 2-frame trick at the start here. I hope I get it because it does allow for a really cool out of bounds. But I also haven't done the trick on the setup before, so we will see. It only saves like 10 seconds, but it looks super cool. It's like one of my favorite tricks in the run. But yeah, you're supposed to like enter these rooms and do these like combat sections, but you're able to just completely just bypass it. Like this is a combat section, but you're able to go into this corner and just bounce up. So you can jump off the end of a zip line. Like there's 2 frames where Gex is getting off the zip line. We're able to jump like not like that. Okay, you're not going to see it. Sorry. I could go for it again. Maybe I'll go for it one more time. You know, it is a really cool trick. But for now, we're just fighting the dragon here. If it would stop hitting me, that'd be nice. If I could push the cannon, that'd be nice as well. Okay. So you just fire the cannon at him like 10 times, and you're all good.
Now that's what I call getting some tail.
You know, a fun fact is I think there's like 10 different recordings of him saying tail time, and they're all just varying in length. Like, this game has a bunch of RNG just in terms of his quote dialogue at the end of stages. And that's like the main RNG element of the game. And in Gex 3, you're able to turn it off. And like, if you turn off his voices, you won't hear the end of stage dialogue. But for some reason in this game, even if you turn his voice off, he still yaps at the end of every stage. So there's no escaping Gex. I'm gonna go back up here. This is, if I miss the trick, this is definitely not optimal, but it's only like a 20-second detour. So when you get, if you do the like 2-frame jump from the zip line, you're able to do a tail kick all the way out of bounds into the final room of this remote, or the second remote. Let's see. Like that, okay. Oop. Bad news. I failed the easy part. Okay, get me out. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But you're supposed to do a tail kick there and you just fly straight to the end. I guess we'll see the level normally. Quite unfortunate.
Beam me up, Scotty.
But you'll see what the level looks like normally, at least, you know? That's neat. That's exciting. Also, I want to shout out the soundtrack to this game. The soundtrack to this game is really good. Like, every song is just an absolute bop when it's not glitched out unlike the overworld is. Honestly, though, the overworld is kind of like that experimental, you know, noise. It kind of hits.
I was gonna say, was it during the .com world or whatever when you get like the green?
Yeah, you get the green power-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tunes
The
that play
music
that.
during that was, I thought it was like really good.
Yeah, this game just has a really good soundtrack. This and the third game have really good. I don't know about the first game. I'm sure the first game does, but I haven't played it. The first game's like a 2D platformer. And you know what they say about 2D platformers, right? It takes 2/3 of skill. But no, it doesn't. That's a classic line there, though. So yeah, normally you would skip like the past like 2 rooms. You would skip this ninja platforming section. It would be a lot faster than this, but it's fine. And then this is the Kung Fu world. And what level is next? I think it's the second prehistoric level, which is also a really fast level, actually. It's probably the fastest. Oh, no, 100% is the fastest level in the game. So, how many lives do I have? I need to see. I don't think I'm at risk of game overing. I've got a lot of extra lives and haven't got every TV cancel. This is like maybe my least favorite room in the game. Like everything, all the cycles are consistent. Everything is super consistent in this game, but I can't figure that room out. I practiced it for like an hour at least. It makes no sense to me. And I didn't get the audio glitch. Oh well. So this the second prehistoric level, shortest level in the game. Bunch of really quick TV cancels. And the wrong warps we did at the start of the game, skip that level that you just saw there. It's called Honey, I Shrunk the Gecko. Really good level title. Sadly, we don't get to see it. It's a really slow level, though. I think in 100% to get all the remotes takes like 5 minutes. So it is just by far the longest stage in the game. Take damage. Okay, we got it. So that's the first TV cancel. That's probably the hardest one on the stage. Here, have we seen the ice fly yet? I don't think we have. I'm supposed to take damage. The ice fly functions basically the same though as the firefly, except fire like gets rid of the power up this time. So whoa, what a twist! Grab it. So I need to be careful not to fall in lava here because this is important for. Forget I said. I mean, okay, it's fine. No, that's tactical. That's tactical. It's tactical. That doesn't change actually a whole lot of what we do in the stage, but that was quite unfortunate. How many lives do I have? 3. Oh, I'm actually kind of low. Maybe it's good that I like died to get that one up. Let's go with that. Those droplets also don't get rid of your power up for whatever reason. Everything else fire does. Okay. That was too early. Okay, well, bad news, we're missing one of the TV cancels. But that's fine. So you can barely make this without the ice power up. The ice power up makes it super free. Yeah, normally you would jump kick over to the, or tail kick over to the left, and then there's a TV there, and it skips like a whole underground section.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
Okay. Now we just need to not fall into the fire again. Surely. I need to get lives actually though. I'm low for lives in the final world. The final like 2 levels are the hardest levels in the game and also all had TV cancels. So
I'll take one of those and some of these.
okay, that should be fine. Yeah. And then normally you would just like TV cancel by jumping down into the lava there. But that's the final prehistoric level done. And coming up next is the final spooky level, final house level. And in the there's like a debug menu people use for practice. I was trying to find this level in the debug menu the other day. It's called like Train 40 for some reason. It's not a train level. I don't know why it's called Train 40. Over here. This one's pretty basic. It's just get to the end of the level. There's 2 different paths. There's no like, there's a 3rd remote we don't get it, but it's smash 8. blood coolers. And if you remember earlier, one of the slowest levels in the run right now is like the Smash 5 blood coolers. So if you add, you know, 3 more, you can imagine, it's not very fast. Not optimal. I didn't get the camera glitch here, which is nice. Dodge the Frankenstein. I'm going to take this slow because platforming's hard. Amazing.
It's tail time.
Okay, and after this remote, we're actually at the very like home stretch of the run. There's only 2 more levels after this one and the final boss, so. Oh.
It's tail time.
It's tail time. You're going to see a bunch of door jumps. I mentioned earlier you can just bounce on the doors. It saves a lot of time here if I can actually bounce on the door. Hold on. Please? The door's right there? Okay, thank you. So there's like a lot of platforming. We're going to be skipping in a second if I can do this platforming right now. Okay. So there's a big room here that normally you need to go all the way around, but you can just bounce onto this chandelier. And there's a huge room here. There's like a huge puzzle you got to solve going through doors. You don't need to do any of that. You can just jump on the door. And we're already at the end of this level now. Just got to jump up. Oh, that's a good line, actually. That might be one of my favorites. Here's Gexy. Here's Gexy. It's that's a top 5 for sure. And that's the final level of this world, and we're into the last 2 levels. I need to do the blue gate clip again, the clip you saw me do earlier to get over to the red gate side. So let's see if I can get this first try. The worst part about this trick is that, like, the longer you take, the more you have to hear Rez just talk and taunt you. Mecha Rez will stop you. Okay, we're good. Okay. So this is the final Kung Fu level.
It's tail time.
So I don't think I might have mentioned at some point, but all the cycles in this game are based off your camera. Or not all of them, but most of them are. So here, I pressed it too early. We're pivoting into this remote because I turned the camera too early. You're supposed to turn at a certain time, and then you can skip a bunch of platforming on that side. But it's fine. I will grab a 1 up here too, because I need extra lives. I'm also just eating all the lag for fun, so I should probably turn my camera. This should be the last extra life I need to get.
Yeah, we've heard it.
Oh, I need to be a little careful of my health too, because normally you're invincible here. Yeah, all these gongs like trigger different parts of the level. Hit this one, opens that door. We're gonna be using actually the gongs to our advantage in like 10 seconds. Need to make sure I don't tail kick here too. Actually have to pay attention to what I do instead of muscle memory. So unfortunate. There we go. So normally you're supposed to go to the other side, and there's like it's like a pseudo puzzle, but you can actually still hit the gong with your tail here by doing a tail bounce. And then there's a TV cancel here. No? Please? Okay.
Damn this pesky gravity to hell.
Okay, so again, the camera, like, when I turn to the right here, determines when this platform starts moving, so I can get up here early.
Tail time.
I'm gonna wait the cycle. So there's a remote over on this side. I don't know if that's gonna hit. Yeah, I didn't hit. Hello? I feel like I hit him like 6 times. But yeah, that platform skip that I just did. Okay, we're good. That platform skip I just did skips like a huge roundabout section. It saves like 40 plus seconds. And then, cool. So got both TV cancels here, that's nice. We gotta do that strat one more time. So once you get the first 2 remotes, it unlocks the 3rd remote. You just saw that door open there. So, do this bounce one more time, because this ice fly is very important. Okay, that was a bonk. I think that's the first bonk of the run. Yeah, bonks are slow. Surprise, surprise.
Year of the Gecko.
It is the year of the Gecko. So yeah, you do you get the ice fly here, so you can bounce to or tail kick over to the 2nd floor. Normally there's like 4 or 5 floors you need to do here,
This place smells like ducks.
but you only end up doing 2 of them. And then that is this level done, and there's only one more level. There's the final space level. I'm kind of glad that went so well, honestly, because the last 2 levels are like really, really difficult, so no major hiccups is always good.
It's tail time.
Okay, and then the final space level here. Do I have enough to do all the TV cancels? I think I only had 5 lives, right? Might be a little low.
Now that's what I call getting some tail.
Oh no, I have enough. I want to get the extra one up though, just in case. You can tail kick over to this fly, but it is barely faster and is a lot harder, so. Boink. So we get the ice fly, you can kick over to this side, and I don't know how you're supposed to get over here, I'll be real. I have played this game casually, I just remember nothing about it. I'm sure it's very convoluted, or long, so ice fly skip, good. This first mission, we're going to be destroying all these little purple generators. Got 2 of them. I'm going to greed. Never punished, right? Not punished. We're good. Okay. Ooh. Gotta be careful around those walls, because you can grab those walls and just lose all your momentum. Oh! Help. We're good. Okay.
Like candy.
All is good. And I didn't grab the oxygen here too, so calculated. My camera was too zoomed out. Again, you're able, because cycles are like platforms and whatnot are dependent on your camera, you're able to just jump on there normally. But this is fine. Down left. I'm low on oxygen. Never punished? Nah, we're good, okay. So yeah, I don't think I got any of these earlier. This is what one of the TV cancels look like. You just jump over the button, out of air. They're pretty easy to like get if you take your time with it, but doing it optimally is where it really starts to get difficult. I will be going for this one too. But yeah, I'm like, even like right now, I'm doing a safety strat. You're not supposed to hit that enemy. I just hit to get more oxygen, but
You don't jump, baby, yeah!
it's not worth it. Because you want to be minimizing how much air you get, because again, it's 30 seconds flat every time. So, okay. You're supposed to do a little slope jump there, but you know, that's fine. But every time you refill, it fills up to 30, so it restarts that timer. And if you're going to be waiting around, you know, waiting is usually not fast in the speedrun. Okay. Did I hit the button? I did, okay. I didn't grab... Okay. No, I don't think we're doing the TV cancel here. It's fine. I just don't want to game over, because if I game over, it doesn't, like, lose... It's not too bad, but I would have to do all the overworld movement back here, and I don't really want to do the clip a 3rd time. So there's one more remote left before we are basically done the game. There is the final boss, and there's a chance I could down him, but that won't happen. Surely not. So the final remote, we're going to go back to where we went the first remote. We're going to take a different path there, though, because we're not going to ice fly. And there's like a different elevator in the corner. That was a scary angle, but we're good. And it's like the only time, I'm pretty sure, in the space levels where the oxygen doesn't deplete. It just disappears completely. There's this really cool cinematic cutscene. Gex pulls out his lightsaber. See a UFO. Also changes your camera for some reason, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's fine. Ice fly. Alright, it's tail time. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, we're fine. I don't think I hit a checkpoint is the issue. That is very unfortunate. Oh. Well, I just don't want the run to end, that's why. I feel like I've been playing like pretty good for the past like half hour or so. That was just shameful. Oh well. It's fine, it's fine. We get to watch that cinematic cutscene again too. That's what I really wanted to do, is watch that elevator ride. Basically after where I die, you just climb up the wall, do like 2 platforming sections, and then you're done. This is probably the easiest remote to do in this level, like, kind of optimally. There is a strat, actually, where you jump on that UFO. That cutscene UFO actually sticks around a little bit longer, and you're able to ride him up to the top. But even Mysticore says there's just, like, no setup for it whatsoever. It's just all feel-based. It only saves, like, 5 seconds, so.
Meet Gecko.
That is not a strat I am too keen on learning right now. Again, I just want to like state how good Mysticore is at this game, because like I'm second place on the leaderboard right now, but there's about a 10-minute differential between me and Mysticore. It's inspiring what that man has done with this game. Why did you not bounce? Okay, we're fine. Take two, take two. I'm gonna run out of the ice fly is the only issue. I think I'm gonna have to be like uber casual this time going around. Yeah, we're gonna ride the platforms because I don't have my fly anymore. Okay, platforming there is hard when you don't have the fly, okay? It's actually not me this time. It's not a skill issue. Promise. One more time, one more time. I'm not even gonna risk that. I'm taking the entire casual round. Okay. Yeah, I lost my tail bounce height. I should have been fine there. Oh, and I hit the camera trigger. You'll see the camera's turning this time. You're supposed to jump over that trigger. It's not faster per se, but it makes it a lot easier to go faster there. But yeah, that's the final level done. We just got the boss now, so we're at the end of Gex. So sad. Channel Z is unlocked. Oh, I got the camera glitch too. I just almost yeeted off the stage there. Okay, we're good. So this is the boss. The first phase is pretty self-explanatory. Actually, before the first phase, even phase 0, we got this really fun elevator ride here. It was so good in the space level, they were like, let's bring it back. And I'm going to be grabbing a safety fly here. The final phase, the first 2 hits are free, but the last hit is kind of luck-based unless you do a damage boost. So I need HP. And also, I might just get hit like randomly because the hitboxes are a bit jank. Only on the final phase. If we get hit on the first phase, that's because I'm bad. But that won't happen. So the first phase here, you just got to get him into the electricity. It's faster to stand on that TV because he can't hit you, and also reduces lag. I think those coordinates in the corner also are like actual coordinates. Because in the debug menu, you get coordinates like that as well. So it's kind of neat. Also, a neat quirk about this stage is if you use the debug menu here, the font changes because the font is different for this level. Again, because it shows like the coordinates in the corner, which are in that phase. So yeah, for the phase 2, we just gotta get him to hit these buttons that are gonna pop out of the ground. I didn't do the damage boost, but it's fine. So yeah, first phase is free. I might get hit on the second one. I'll see. So he does 2 swipes now. And then that was like really good luck. And I still get hit, but it's fine. Okay, and time will be coming up in after the like last TV falls on his head. So hopefully very soon if I don't miss a cycle here. So he only does 1 slam now for the final phase. And I think I made it. Yeah, I made it. Okay. And time will be now. So yeah. That's Gex. I'm a bit sad about that crash at the start, but I mean, I think I showed off the game well enough. It's a very unforgiving run. Again, a lot of mistakes will just be a minute plus. And a lot of the TV cancels are kind of tough. I'll let the cutscene play. It's a really good cutscene. I want to again just shout out the Gex community and the tutorials and whatnot. I want to shout out Nick for being here, even if his commentary was.
I was just enjoying the
You were
game,
enjoying the right? It's a good game, right? It's a good game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Are you a Gex fan now?
You know, I think I'm a Gex believer now.
A Gex believer now. That's all that really matters. And I want to thank Midwest Speedfest for holding this event and raising money for a great cause. Be sure to donate and keep tuning in. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thank you very much, yoshipro. That was Gex. Enter the